Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Sunday and let's get right to the charts as Bitcoin is having a pump towards the upside. As you can see, yesterday I was expecting for Bitcoin to potentially get a retracement towards the bottom that we made right here. Since we front ran the 886 for a bit, we did not quite take it yet for a couple of dollars, as you can see, but it still does not count that this level has been hit. But right now Bitcoin is having a very nice move to the upside. If we measure it from the bottom, we are up almost 8%, and I am expecting potentially that we are eventually going to reach 90k, 94 and 97 to 98k as the last target, or potentially there is also a possibility for a swing failure pattern at the high right here that we have at 96,000. Basically those are highs that we have not taken out yet previously. As you can see, price right here tried to take out the high, but we did not take this level right here. So as you can see right now, it is very possible if we get a change of structure on the 4 hourly, the lower time frames, basically on the daily, we are eventually, in my opinion, going to reverse right here in the coming next week, since the downside have been quite heavy and the daily RSI momentum is right now at historically oversold levels. Basically the last time that we have flashed in the red right here, you can see Bitcoin got a 20% move towards the upside, and if we measure a 20% move towards the upside right now, basically this would take us around this level that I have just marked out right here, as you can see, around 96.5. so if history repeats, we are going to see this bounce playing out. It would be a very nice. Everybody is going to start getting overly bullish right here, and then Bitcoin is, in my opinion, going to have a difficult time to break towards this level right here, and then we are going to see this rejection to actually take and hit the 886 level. But as of right now, still we are looking due for somewhat of a retracement. You can see the weekly candle, 4 weekly bearish candles in a row. This is why I am thinking we are due for somewhat of a bounce coming into the next week. Ethereum, the same story for Ethereum. After hitting the 200 weekly moving average, as you can see, we have bounced pretty nice, and we are right now up around 6% from the bottom that we made right here. Hype is right now taking quite of a hit. The whole time basically Hype was holding this price range right here, and right now something very interesting to see is that if we pull out our range, you can see Hype actually lost the value area low, which has been acting as support previously, and right now we are, in my opinion, potentially going to retest the wick that we had right down here at $21. But of course, if Bitcoin starts to push higher and has from this price around 10% of a move, then Hype would also be moving. Also, the Bitcoin dominance, you can see right here on the daily, is actually, in my opinion, going to reverse, which is also, in my opinion, why some of the altcoins might take a hit like Hype did, even though they are still pretty low right now. Sui, in my opinion, right now the worst coin out of all. XRP still holding pretty nicely around $2. We did weak below the $2 zone, but right now we are recovering fast. The pump token absolutely dying right here, basically down at the bottoms that we made during the summer. Let's see the USD dominance. As I have told you yesterday, we are very possibly near for a correction coming into the next week, so we might see it drop lower potentially to this high right here. If we don't count the week, we might see it drop down towards 5.8%, and if it does, Bitcoin will be having quite a nice move to the upside. Now if you look at the open interest and the delta for Bitcoin during the weekend, you can see this move that we are having right now is basically not because of new positions or new money coming into the market. You can see the open interest is right now grinding towards the downside. The delta is also pretty negative right now towards the downside, so not much of new positions coming in. This is basically, in my opinion, just short positions getting squeezed right now, since we do have potentially a lot of late shorts coming in right here. The liquidation heat map, also you can see we do have a pretty high liquidity cluster stacked between 93, 94 and 96k, which is where I am expecting, as I have just told you, price to go up during next week. Basically it is also the end of the month. It is pretty possible for price to make this move. Also the Fear and Greed index is right now at extreme levels, historical lows, so we are, as I said, potentially due for a bounce. The long versus short ratio for the day right now, as you can see, we do have more sellers, late sellers, which are about to get squeezed, as I have told you. So don't be surprised if you see Bitcoin do something like this coming into the new week. Funding rates right now starting to flip negative on the major exchanges, as you can see. And for the next week, on Tuesday, we do have PPI data and we do have unemployment claims on Wednesday. So very volatile week ahead. And I think this covers it for today, guys. I hope you like this quick Sunday update, and I'll see you again in the next week. Bye.